session. Now, before we start, we will be showing you our tutorial video first, or an overview of what is this afternoon session all about.
Hi, I'm Shaira,
And I'm Lassie.
your EdTech champs, ready to virtually walk you through Canvas's rich text editor.
So, Miss Shai, can you tell us what is Rich Text Content Editor in Canvas?
My pleasure. The Rich Content Editor, or RCE, is the component of Canvas where you type and format your text, or you may insert images and etc. It's an important feature in Canvas and is used for creating announcements, assignments, quizzes, discussions, pages, and more.
Here's a visual representation of the components of the new Rich Content Editor. Text appearing as singular letters and numbers inside square brackets such as A or 1 will refer to that label in this image. A. Sidebar. The new RCE hides the right sidebar content selector by default, giving you more editing space to work with your document. It will show as a temporary flyout menu when necessary. An example screenshot of this appears under the Options button below. You can close the flyout menu when it appears in the X in its top right corner when you are done with it. B. Menus. There are menus above the toolbar where you can find all the features available in the RCE. Previously, some options were only available by keyboard inputs or were hidden. A few lesser used features are only available in the menus and not on the toolbar, and some users prefer menus over toolbar. C. Toolbar. The buttons on the toolbar have been condensed and grouped by related functions. Click the down arrow next to the buttons to see a full list of choices, or just click on the button for the first one. D. Integrations. The buttons for Panopto and Office 365 are promoted on the top level buttons in the new RCE. Additional integrations are available by clicking the Apps button. Click the View All to see a list of available integrations, and click on the title from the menu that pops up to select it. The new RCE may place recently used integrations in a short quick list under the Plugin button. E. Condensed toolbar. If your screen is too narrow to show the entire toolbar, Canvas will compact some of the items into a More button at the end of the toolbar. Click the More button to see the rest of them. F. Status bar. The status bar under the menu has been improved and is easier to read. Here, you can find the raw HTML editor mode, the accessibility checker, as well as keyboard shortcuts reminder, and a button to go full screen so you can focus on your content. Press the escape to exit full screen mode. The handle in the bottom right corner to resize the editing window is also now more noticeable. Options button. Once you have inserted an image or link or table and so on, click on to reveal an options button for it. Clicking on this button will open the flyout to set options for that item. These buttons can appear above or below the item depending on where it is available for the button to appear. Click the X in the top right corner of the flyout to close it. This screenshot shows the cursor pointing at the Options button for an image labeled Image Options and the flyout menu on the right. Instead of an Options button, a table has a toolbar of table editing buttons, allowing for easy access to commands such as Insert New Row below. Additional new features in RC include Matchax and YouTube integration. Matchax is now available throughout much of Canvas, which works its conjunction, its existing LaTeX math editor. This allows you to include math annotation in places where it was previously not possible and is friendlier for accessibility. Formula input is done by LaTeX, but Canvas will use Matchax to render it to viewers. Links to documentation for Matchax are in the documentation section below. There is now an integration for YouTube enabled in Canvas, available both in the new RCE as well as part of the modules page. In the new RCE, click on the Apps button to find it, see integrations above, and select YouTube from the menu. In the YouTube screen that appears, you can search for the video you want in your document and press Return and Enter on your keyboard. Select the desired video from your results and click Embed. You may also click the down arrow to choose a size for embedding the video player. If you already know the video you want, paste the URL in the search and it should be one of the first results. If you want to embed an unlisted video that searches at Find or a video from another service, you will need to use the Embed Code button that appears as a cloud at the end of the toolbar. The new related features of Matchax and YouTube may not be active until their later rollout, but the rest of the changes and features are already available. To enable the new RCE, follow these directions and refer to the screenshot. Go to Course. Click on the Settings at the end of your course navigation menu. Change the Feature Options tab. Click on the switch for RCE enhancements. It will be green and have the check mark if enabled. These options save automatically and there is no save button. In summary, the Rich Text Content Editor, or RCE, is a component of Canvas where you can type and format your text and insert images. It's an important feature in Canvas and is used in creating announcements, quizzes, assignments, discussions, pages, and more. The Rich Content Editor includes the content area, the menu bar, and the toolbar. In the content area, you can add and preview the page content.
The new Rich Content Editor menu displays above the toolbar by default. The menu bar is primarily designed to assist users who require keyboard navigation. Additionally, the menu bar includes options that are not included in the toolbar. In the menu bar, you can use the menu options to format the page content.
The new Rich Content Editor toolbar provides quick access to the most common options used in Rich Content Editor. In the toolbar, you can format text,
Insert links, images, media, and documents,
open external tool,
format paragraphs,
clear formatting,
add tables,
insert an equation,
and embed media.
Feel free to reach us if you have any questions. concerns, or suggestions regarding Canvas's rich content editor.
If you want to learn more about simple coding using Canvas Rich Text Editor, join our session.
This is Blessy,
And this is Shaira,
your
your
EdTech
EdTech
champs,
champs, ready to help you with the emerging technologies
for engaging online learning experiences in
in
an
an
online
online
environment
environment
via
via
Canvas.
Canvas.
So, hello everyone. Good afternoon. My apologies for um, slightly leaving and entering the call. My laptop, unfortunately, is having technical glitches. So, right now, I will be using my phone for the meantime. However, if in any case it will return to its functioning state, I will be switching back to my laptop. So I will ask Miss Shaira to pin first our warm-up activities before we start. So while waiting, by the way, everyone, so that is our discussion for this afternoon. We will talk about the Canvas content editor. Now, as flash on your screen, please pin Miss Shaira's presentation, and you can also see the link along our chat box. So kindly click on the link and enter the code that is flashed on our screen. Once you are there, kindly answer the question. So I want to know the state. Let's have a quick self-check first before we officially begin. So how are you feeling today? Ask yourself, how am I feeling today?
Mula po sa ating kamustahan ay may nakapagsagot na po. Ang iilan ay nagsabi na sila ay sleepy, yung iba naman ay hungry, yung iba ay good, happy, excited, yung iba ay nagsabi na handsome and sleepy yet excited. Okay. Mayroon lamang tayong 18 na nakapagsali muna sa ating kumustahan ngayon. Hintayin natin ang iba na makapagsagot kung ano yung nararamdaman nila sa araw na ito. Meron ding sumagot dito sa ating chat box. Sabi ni Glenn, inspired daw siya sa araw na ito. Ngunit dito sa ating Mentimeter, mas malaki yung salitang sleepy. Naway sa mga sleepy ay mabalik yung diwa ninyo sa pakikinig at yung yung cooperation at willingness ninyo na matuto sa araw na ito. Should we go on to the next slide, Miss Blessy?
Yes, miss.
Okay.
So if you can't access our Mentimeter link, just key in your answers for our warm-up activities in the chat box.
So this is the second question. What do you expect to learn from this session?
So from the video presented earlier, I hope you already have a grasp of what are the things that we will be discussing or having a short tutorial demonstration perhaps in our afternoon session.
We have answers here. It says na how to use the HTML, embedding, to design, to learn more about the math text editor. How about the others? Ano yung gusto ninyong malaman at um, masaksihan sa ating session ngayon? The tips and techniques to learn more about Canvas. Okay, we have two answers here na napapatungkol sa math text editor. So later on, ay malalaman natin kung paano gamitin yung math text editor or the math jacks. We also have answer here to learn new functions in the Canvas, I think, or the rich text content editor. So far, Miss Blessy, these are the answers coming from our participants.
So I guess we can proceed to our last question. Now, kindly click on the next button, Miss. So don't worry, there is no wrong answer. It's just that the Mentimeter that we use is a free version. That's why we only have limited questions and um, a type of quiz that we will be employing for our Mentimeter activity. So for this question, how would you describe your content editing skills in Canvas, like formatting text, inserting links, images, tables, media, open external tools, embedding, and etc.? So the descriptions are inspired by the Mobile Legends rankings, if you're familiar with it. So the highest would be the Mythic, and the lowest or the lowest rank or skill perhaps is the warrior. So I want you to choose from these different options that would describe your skills in using the RCE or the rich content editor. So Ms. Shai, can you also show to us the results? So Ms. Shai, can you share to us the results of our quick statistics?
Okay, Miss. For this question, we have 1% here says that Mythic, 4 voted Epic, 6 voted Master, and 4 voted also for Warrior.
Okay, so thank you so much, everyone, for sharing or describing your content and editing skills for Canvas. Now, let us start with our presentation. And I also hope that by the end of this plenary session, you will be able to move on to the next level of your desire or your description for your skills of using the RCE.
Miss Blessy, you are mute.
Thank you so much, Miss. I'm sorry about that. So yeah, again, welcome everyone to this afternoon's plenary session. By the way, again, I am Miss Dusty, and with me, my partner is Miss Shira, and together we will journey through this RCE or the Rich Content Editor presentation, tutorial, demo, and all the things we need to know about it. So kindly proceed. Next slide. So yes, again, everyone, this is the plenary session for the Canvas Rich Content Editor. So for most of us, I guess we are familiar with this content editor. So we have been making modules for most of us who are teaching. So we have been uploading our modules and in many forms by adding text, media, and all of those things. So we'll try to navigate those things along the way this afternoon. So next slide, please.
Let's wait for a while. I'm having technical issues, but I will present it right now.
So very sorry about the technical issues we are facing at the moment.
So for today's session, this will be our objectives for today. At the end of this session, participants will be able to first identify the different components of the Canvas New Rich Content Editor or the RCE. Second, explain the different features of the components of RCE and its importance in creating Canvas content. So through our live tutorial or demonstration later on, you will learn the different features of the components of RCE and as well as on how to use them. Third one, create Canvas content that maximizes the features of the components of Canvas Rich Content Editor. So after our tutorial, you will have the opportunity to explore and revisit again the RCE or the Rich Content Editor and to apply what you have learned from this session. So these will be our objectives for today's session.
Now to outline the things that we will do for this afternoon, so the things you will be expected or we are expected to do. So here's a quick outline of the flow of our presentation. So first one, we will get to know about the Canvas Rich Content Editor. We'll know its definition and its different versions. So here, the participants or you will be given an overview on what is Canvas Rich Content Editor. Next, the components, features, and functions of the RCE. So here, you will be guided or introduced to the components of the RCE, mainly the content area, the menu bar, the toolbar, etc. And the last one is the tutorial and application. So the participants are guided to navigate and apply the Canvas Rich Text Editor features. So those are the things that we will try to achieve for this afternoon's plenary. So, are we ready for this afternoon session? Are we ready?
Handa na ba ang lahat
Yes.
para sa araw na ito?
Yes.
Okay, so to show me that you are ready, I hope you can open your cameras and flash your most beautiful smile. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. So let's start, Ms. Shaira. Now, for this afternoon session, a part of it will be more of me and Ms. Shaira doing all the talk, especially for the tutorial. So before we get into the tutorial, there are some concepts that we need to discuss and things that you need to know before we start manipulating the RCE. So to give a short twist on that, we will have this activity. So read with feelings. So in our as you can see on our screen, here is a spin wheel. Now, we will be calling a participant to read the definition, some concepts on our slide. And whatever feeling that is picked in our spin wheel, you will apply that feeling on reading the text. So let's start, Miss Shira. Who will be our first, or do we have participants or volunteers for our first reading activity? Or should I call someone if there are no volunteers? All right, so the first feeling is scared. Can we go to our next slide, Miss Shira? Or present our next slide? Now, from our first reading activity, can I ask Miss Leonila to read the definition of Canvas Rich Content Editor, applying the feeling of being scared?
Oh my God.
You can do it, Miss Leonila.
Okay. The rich content editor is a component of Canvas where you type and format your text and insert images, etc.
Thank you so much, Miss Lila. Amazing performance. All right. So the Canvas Rich Content Editor, by the way, is a component or editor in Canvas where we can type in text, we can embed graphics, and as well as insert images on all things that we need to use to make our content more interactive, more meaningful, and more and have substance. So that is the main purpose or the definition of having the Canvas Rich Content Editor. That's where we put in our text, our information, and all those things for our, especially needed for our learners. Okay, so next, Miss.
To add Miss Blessy, when we say Canvas Rich Content Editor, it also provides a condensed, more intuitive toolbar that is grouped by common icons and interactions. So we call this the content area, the menu bar, and the toolbar. So mamaya ay iisa-isahin natin ang tatlong ito at bibigyan natin ng kahulugan.
So here, by the way, is a picture of the interface of Canvas. So if you, I think we're familiar with this, diba? So the Rich Content Editor has many buttons, many rows with buttons, and as well as a big content area where you input all your information, text, and whatnots. Okay, next. So let's discuss about the old RCE and the new RCE. So previously, everyone, on our first teaching, I think it was, or I think we have used the old version of the RCE. In the old version of RCE, we do not have a menu bar. All the things or all the buttons are inside our toolbar. Everything that we need to click or the options that we can do in the RCE are in the toolbar. And then on the side, which Miss Shira is highlighting or dragging the arrow, that is the content selector. So in the content selector, you can click on things that will lead you to your assignments, pages, the options for your images as well, and the all other things that are not found in the toolbar. So that's the old interface of the RCE. Next. So now I hope we are updating or we are using the updated version of the RCE. So this is the new RCE interface. So I hope you still remember the interface of your RCE. So we have the content area. So the big box there where you put your images and text, that's the content area. And then above that, or the row above that, is the toolbar. So the toolbar provides the shortcut keys or the common keys that we use to navigate or edit the things in the content area. While above that is the menu bar. So the menu bar is where when you click, for example, one menu bar, it will show all of the buttons that are not found or which also includes, I mean, the buttons inside the toolbar. So it's more intuitive, it's more sleek, and it also has removed the sidebar at the side, so which gives you more space to put on your or to include in your content area. So that's the difference with the old RCE and the new RCE. Now, if in any case you are still using the old RCE, later we will be showing you how to enable the new RCE. Okay, so let's have another reading activity. Miss Shai, let's roll the wheel. Okay, so the next feeling that we will be having for our next reading activity is seductive. So can I ask Miss Susie to read the next text using a seductive tone?
Please, Miss Blessy, I don't know how to do it.
So you can try lang, miss. Or maybe in love, something like that.
I can't even relate to being in love. I don't know even how to seduce.
Okay, if there's no forcing here, so how about you call someone else, Miss Susie, um to do it for you?
Can I have Miss Kylie? Miss, please save me.
Okay, Miss Kylie, you are summoned by Miss Susilin to save her.
Hello, can I pass it to someone else?
Oy,
Miss,
we'll have.
Miss
Okay, so
Oliver
let's.
is willing to do it.
Okay, kindly write in our chat box your vote and we'll choose randomly from the in-call messages suggestions. Okay, so
I think
Miss,
Miss Aniver is highly suggested.
yes, Miss Anniver is
Hi
highly
everybody! Oh my gosh. It's like this na lang, no? Para di na ako ipasa ang trono. Ako na lang i-change ang way as to how I will read it. Ayun lang po ng seductive kasi scary. Okay. So, Canvas features that use RCE. So, here are the following: announcements, assignments, discussions, pages, quizzes, and syllabus.
All right. Thank you so much to my main character friend, Miss Aniver. So these are the different features, by the way, that use RCE. So Miss Shaira, can you share to us something about this one?
Okay, so these are the different features in Canvas where we can use the RCE. So say for example, when we are making our modules, say for example, if we are making our announcements, assignments, discussions, and so much more. So basically, this is where we input our text or message, images, or it could be links a video or a from a picture or image. So dyan natin magagamit yung RCE.
Okay, so these are the different features that can use the RCE. So not just as teachers, by the way, but also our students can maximize or use, or they also have their own RCE. However, not all functions are available to them. And there are also some pages, for example, that only teachers can edit to have their students or to give permission for students to edit some text or to manipulate the RCE. Okay, next, Miss Shai. Okay, next, reading material. Miss Shai, please roll the wheel. Okay, thank you so much. So since Miss Susie has passed earlier, we will have her to read this in a happy tone. So I think that's possible, right? Miss Susie?
Sure, Miss Blessy. Um, content area, You can add and preview the page content.
Okay, so here is the sample picture of the content area. So again, everyone, the big box that you can see where you can input your images is the content area. So from the word itself, content, all the things that you can put in your Canvas pages, announcements are or can be done or put inside the content area of the RCE. Okay, next. So that is one component of, or that's one main component of the RCE. Next. Okay, so shock. So for this one, can I ask, so Sir Rage was mentioned in the chat box. Can I ask Sir Rage to read this with shock or shoot? I'm shooked.
OMG. Menu bar. You can use the menu options to format the page content.
So thank you so much, Sir Rage. So that's very good. So the menu bar, by the way, everyone, is the 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 component of RCE where you can use the menu options or format the page content. So Ms. Shai, can you highlight the area of the menu bar? So above or the topmost row there with the different options like edit, view, insert, and all those things is the menu bar. So it contains all of the possible options we can do in the, or mga edit options that we can do in the RCE. So next. The last major component of the RCE is the toolbar. So I guess we only have one emotion left, and that is angry. So can I ask Sir Victor to read this with full anger?
Okay, miss. Let's assume that I'm angry. Toolbar. You can format text, insert links, images, media, and documents. Open external tools, format paragraphs, clear formatting, add tables, insert an equation, and embed media.
Okay, thank you so much, Sir Victor. So that's a sassy, angry attitude that I can sense. Anyway, so again, everyone, the toolbar, this is the toolbar that's below the menu bar, which I have stated earlier. So it has the common features or the common buttons that we can use in Canvas. So it has, for example, the bold, italicize, the tables, and all those things. So that's the toolbar. Okay, next. So this, by the way, also again, I've been showing this picture earlier, but later when we try to navigate the Canvas toolbar, or I mean the Canvas page, so you will see the pictures here, or Ms. Shai can also, we have provided some screenshots also later on in our presentation. So that's the entire RCE. So we have the content area, the menu bar, and the toolbar. So before we start our tutorial, let's refresh ourselves with some new things that we can identify in the new Rich Content Editor RCE. So another quick tutorial video just to refresh our minds.
Hello, today I'm going to show you the new Canvas Rich Content Editor, or RCE, and how it differs from the old RCE. Canvas will be replacing the old RCE with the new one sometime during summer 2020. For now, you can preview it in Canvas by going to Settings in your Canvas course, selecting Feature Options, and flipping the switch next to RCE Enhancements. So what's different between the new RCE and the old RCE? Perhaps the biggest change is the removal of the content selector, which was used to insert links, files, and images. These features have been moved to the new RCE toolbar. You'll notice that the new RCE also has a sleeker look and updated icons, and will auto-size to fit your content. Now let me show you how to do some of the common things you might need to do when using the RCE. Let's start with inserting links in the RCE. Just like before, you can add a link by pressing the links icon. However, you'll notice that you now have the choice of an external or a course link. External links are website URLs, links to articles, videos, or anything else you want to share from somewhere on the web. Course links are links within your Canvas course, such as a link to an assignment, announcement, or the modules page. This replaces the link selector of the old content selector. The Files section of the old content selector has now been moved to the Documents icon. Here you have the option of uploading a document, selecting an existing course document, or choosing a personal document from Canvas. To insert a file, place your cursor where you'd like to add the file in the RCE. Select the Documents icon, then choose whether to upload a new or select an existing file. If uploading a new file, you can drag and drop your file or browse your computer. If selecting a file already uploaded to your Canvas course, you can easily see the upload date for the file, so you can ensure you have the most recent uploaded version. Just like in the old RCE, selecting a file will insert it with a flash of yellow, showing you exactly where it was added. Just like files, inserting images can be done easily in the new RCE. Select the Images button, then choose your image source. If you want to search for free images, you can choose to upload an image and search Unsplash, or choose the URL option and pull in an image from the web. Once you've added an image, select it and choose the new Options pop-up to set alt text, display options, and change the image size. How about adding external tool content such as YouTube or Echo 360 videos? You can find all the external tools we use at CWRU under the Apps button. Select the tool you want to use, then follow the on-screen prompts to select your content. As for formatting text, you still have the ability to change the size, header level, and basic text options like bold or italics. You'll notice new default colors that more closely match the color palette on the Canvas dashboard. Many of the new icons have a small drop-down arrow next to them, which will show you all of the options for that feature. For example, there are now style options for ordered and unordered lists when you click on the drop-down next to the lists icon. Finally, there are some options beneath the new RCE. This is where the keyboard shortcuts and word counter live. You can also resize the RCE window by dragging the resize icon. If you need to edit the HTML of your content, you can switch to the raw HTML editor using the code button. Finally, the accessibility checker should always be run at the end of any work you do in Canvas. This tool checks for common accessibility issues and lets you fix them with a few simple clicks. That wraps up this video on the new RCE in Canvas. If you have any additional questions or concerns, please contact the UTech Service Desk at 216-368-HELP, help@case.edu, or help.case.edu. Thanks for watching. Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
So-
Today I'm going to show you the new
And that is it for our video tutorial. So let's use the time to open our Canvas Rich Text Editor and let's apply what we have learned. You can opt to open your old files or your old pages, announcements in the RCE if you want, or you can just watch the video that we are presenting. So if you want to do both, try to minimize both tabs of your screen so that you can see Ms. Shaira's tutorial, and as well as you can navigate while we are exploring the Canvas content. So let's have this one. So let's talk about the sidebar. So Ms. Shai, so here's a visual representation, by the way, everyone. Can you click the picture, Ms. Shai, or switch the tab first in our slide? Okay, before next. Okay, so by the way, here's a visual representation of the different components of Canvas, that has labels. You can take a screenshot if you want, or save the photo. We will just have some links later that you could use. So here we can find the sidebar, the contents toolbar, the apps button, the integrations, the expand button, the menu bar, toolbar, and as well as some options below in the status bar. So I hope you have taken your screenshot so you can review it later if you want. So kindly open again or if you want to open your RCE in your own Canvas module, please do so that while we are demonstrating and telling you about the options, you can also try for yourself. Okay, Ms. Shai, let's start with the sidebar. So letter A. So the sidebar, by the way, in the new RCE, if you can remember the picture that we have shown earlier, in the old RCE, the sidebar is shown. So that has the options for your images, your pictures, also some links to your pages, assignments, different features of of your Canvas. So in the new RCE, it's now more slick, more intuitive, more expand, or the content area is more expanded. So the sidebar is removed. So you can see here, the content area is expanded or stretched out. So to give you more space to work on your content. So the sidebar, it will show a temporary flyout just like we have shown sa old RCE. This time, sa old RCE, it's always there. But for the new RCE, the flyouts for the sidebar will just pop up if you will click some options. So it will show as a temporary flyout menu when necessary. So the content sidebar only displays when linking to other parts of Canvas. So when you want to redirect to Canvas files, assignments, or other accessing of uploads in Canvas. So that's the sidebar. Miss Shai, have you already shown them the sidebar? So yeah, that side is what we call the sidebar. So let's proceed to the menus or the menu bar. So this is the menu bar as highlighted by Ms. Shaira. You can see that's the top row along with the different options such as edit menu, view menu, insert menu, and format, tools, and as well as tables. So what's inside the edit toolbar? Menu bar, I mean. So in the edit menu bar, so here you can click on to edit the link from the edit menu. You can also undo some content changes, just like what we do in our Microsoft, like we want to Control Z, so we want to redo some activities. You can also do that by clicking the edit menu. Aside from that, we can also cut, copy, paste as text, and select all content. So you can also view the keyboard shortcuts for each option. So I think you are familiar with most of the things that are here, cut, copy, paste. And then just for the paste as text, this is, for example, when you copy sources or text or images from other links. So if you have noticed, diba, like when we are copying sa Microsoft, for example, from another source and then we paste it directly to our document or sa content area, for example, it will follow the same format from its original source. If you want your copied material to follow the same format of the text that you are making sa content area, just use pasting the paste as text. So it will follow the format that you are using in the content area. So you don't have to manually manipulate the text to follow or to have uniformity. So you can just use that option. Okay, so that's it for the edit menu. Now let's go to the view menu. So in the view menu, by the way, this is when you click this one. So from the view menu, you can expand the editor and the content area. So with the width of your browser. So you can choose to click full screen. So that's what happens when you click full screen. You have more area to edit and manipulate your content area, and all of the toolbar options are also present at the top of it, and as well as the menu bar. So that's full screen. So you can just press escape if you want to exit the full screen. Now, next is the HTML editor. So the HTML editor is, when you click that one, please show us, Ms. Shai. So this is what happens when you click on the HTML editor. So usually, mga programmers sa computer, di ba, the facade lang of our, or what we, the default face is the original text, content, etc. that we usually see. If you will be using the HTML editor, that transforms the content area. Even if you click on other sites, if you click on the HTML codes, that will show the different programs or the codes used by programmers in their in the content behind the its original, or it's not original but it's a default na interface. So that's what happens with the HTML editor. So aside from that, also this is helpful when you try to embed codes from other sources. So when you embed codes, you can highlight it and then click on the HTML to show or to identify that this code, for example, or the copied embedded code is or functions as an HTML link. Okay, next. So we have the insert menu. So to open the insert menu, you just click on the insert link, and from there you can insert links to your content area. You can also have external links, or you can also link some course content. So Mishai, can you show them what happens?
So say for example, we will use the external link. So all we need to do for the external link, we can input links here from the different digital tools or websites such as YouTube. So all you need to do is to go to YouTube, say for example, and then you have to copy the link. You can copy the link from here, or you can just right click and then copy video URL. And once you click this one, it will automatically copy the link. Now let's go back to our content area. So once we are done copying the link, all we have to do is to paste it. And then for the text here, you can put captions or title from your link. So say for example, let's have this rich text editor. And once you are done, all you have to do is to click the done button. So this will ito yung mangyayari once we click the done button. Now later on I will show to you kung ano yung mangyayari once we save the content area. Next, for the links, we have the course links. So for the course links, these are the links coming from your course card or from your course. So we have links from your pages, assignments, quizzes, announcements and discussions, modules, and course navigation. So say for example, here in the pages, we will use the immersive reader as our course link. So all we have to do is to click the link or the immersive reader, and it will automatically go to your content area. Now once we save this edited or our content area. So this will happen once we click the external link and the course link. So this is the saved page. So for the rich text editor, we get this link from the YouTube. So it will go directly to the YouTube app. You can see, for example, this one. Okay, this one. And then for the immersive reader, from the course link, when we click this one, it will go directly to the page link naman from your course. Say for example, okay. So with this one, the students will not be able na mas I mean, hindi sila mas or hindi madadagdagan yung time nila na maghanap ng pages kung ano yung babasahin nila. So, the teachers can put the page link or the quiz links from the from our content area. So, that will have ito yung mangyayari if gagamitin natin yung course links. Now,
Okay.
let's go back to our tutorial.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Shai. So, for instances, everyone, like let's say in your assignment or in your page, you want your students to go back to a certain page, or you want to redirect them to a certain announcement. So this saves them time not to open again the dashboard and the module. So you will just click on the link and they will be instantly redirected to the course pages, announcement, etc. The external link also is very helpful, especially if to avoid bitaw instances na ang atong i-paste sa ato ang content is the entire website or URL. So, di ba, mas messy kay siya lang tawon if all of the www.htp whatever naka-layout sa atong content. So, we can highlight the text or the title and then just insert the link or hyperlink it there. And then, once the students click it, they will be redirected to that link that you have provided. Okay, next, Miss Shai. So,
Okay, next option here in our insert menu, we have the image. There are three options here: the upload image, course images, and the user images. So here in the upload image, you can upload an image from your desktop. Okay, I think everyone knows already this one. And for the Unsplash, you can type any title or picture you want. Say, for example, love. May lalabas ng mga options dito. And for the URL, so all you have to do is to copy and paste the link. So say, for example, let's have this let's put an image or let's put an image that comes from our desktop. So let's click the upload image and say, for example, this one. Okay, once you are done selecting the image that you want, okay, so do not forget to select the I hold the copyright, because there are some instances, say for example, last school year, there are some students who were not able to view or see the image or video na ipinablish ng kanilang teachers because hindi na select yung I hold the copyright. So once na-select na natin ito, then let's click the submit button. And ito yung mangyayari sa ating content area. So we can also adjust the image kung ano yung gusto ninyong, kung gaano kalaki yung gusto ninyo. You can adjust it manually or click the image options. So for the course image or images, these are the images na coming from your course card, or say for example, this course card is the TechZone course card. So lahat ng mga images na lalabas dito is from this course card. While for the user files, lahat ng images na na-upload natin from all courses lalabas din sa options dito. So yan yung kaibahan ng course images and the user files or user images.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Shai. So the user images, by the way, are those you uploaded yourself in your Canvas. So we have an option in our settings now. We can upload our own files, etc., or pictures, whatever, in our Canvas. So if you upload it in your user file, all of your course cards can access those pictures. However, for the course images, only course images, links, documents uploaded on that specific course is only usable. So aside from the options that were stated earlier, like I hold the copyright, you can also choose other options. Just make sure that, for example, it's in public or you hold the copyright so that it will not be locked in the side of your students. So next we have the
Next, we have here the media. We have three options here. We can upload or record media, course media, and the user media. So for upload or record media, still, you can upload a file coming from your desktop or from your Google Drive. And we can also record anything that we want. Say, for example, if we will give feedback to our students. So all you need to do is to click the record and then start recording. Okay, once na-finish nyo na or tapos nyo na itong gawin yung recording ninyo, then click the finish button and then save media and it will go directly to your content area.
So you can also use it as like your own recording for some topics you want to add, or for example, you want to leave comments to your students. There's also an option when you give your feedback. So instead of just typing your feedback, if you don't want to type your feedback, you can use the record button, and that's found um, in the speed grader when you check the items of your students. So 9 options there to record your feedback and all those things. So you can also do this as your, let's say, your screencasts if you want to put it in your pages. However, we have to consider that Canvas only gives us limited number of memory. So I think 1 gig lang. So we can't save this, or we can't upload our files sa user na files so much because we only have limited memory. That's why we advise that you will be embedding or using the hyperlinks. Embed na lang, Jud. Okay, next.
Next, here in insert menu, we have the document. You can also upload document, course document, and the user document. So still pare-pareho lang yung ways natin dito on how to upload, and we can also get documents from our course or any file that we uploaded in our courses. Still, we can access it.
Okay, so we'll just wrap up some things that I think you already know because we only have limited time to do this tutorial session or our session for this afternoon. So for that one, you know already some files, diba? File formats, mga PDF, docs, PPT, you can use it or upload it using the documents. For the media, you can upload audio files, MP3, MP4, and all other formats of media in our Canvas module. So aside from that, Miss, can you go back to the insert? Okay. So later we will explore this one, the equation, when we reach the math jacks, and then the tables will just quick lang na tutorial, Miss, on how to add or beautify your tables. I know na you know how to add your tables, but there are other features that you can modify or make your tables more creative. So Miss Shai, can you please show them?
Okay. For the tables, if you wish to add a table from your content area, all you need to do is to click the table menu. Okay, we have here. So to specify your table dimensions, you just have to drag your cursor over the grid. So take note that the largest table that we can create from the table creator is only 10 by 10. 10 rows and 10 columns. So if you wish to add more rows or columns, then you can add it manually using the table context menu displays. So say for example, let's have this 3 by 2 table. So saan natin makikita yung table context menu displays? So once we click the table, may magpa-pop up above or below the table. So this is the table context menu. Here we have the table properties. We can also delete the table. We can add insert row and row before and after, and also we can delete the row. We can also add column before and after, and delete the column. So that is the table context menu displays. So kung gusto nyo na pagandahin yung table ninyo na hindi lang ganito na parang skeleton type lang, we can also edit our table. So all you need to do is to click the table properties here. This is the shortcut, but you can also have it here in the table menu. But let's use the table context menu so that it is easier. So let's click this one. And then here in the table properties, we have two options, the general and advanced. So here, let's talk about first the general tab. Here in the general tab, we have the width and height. For the width and height, you can just adjust it manually by just dragging the corners of your table. So say for example, kung hindi nyo alam kung ano yung width and height na gusto ninyo, so let's click cancel, and then all we need to do is to drag our cursor. Then, once na alam niyo na kung gaano kalaki yung table na gusto ninyo, let's go back to table properties and directly malalagay dito yung width and height nito. So for the cell spacing, it is the space between the individual cells. So say for example, let's put 3 here as our cell spacing. For the cell padding naman, it is the space between the cell border and its content. So say for example, let's put 4 as our cell padding. And for the border width, so for the border width, it adjusts the thickness of your table. So it's up to you kung gaano ka-thick yung gusto niya sa inyong table border. So say for example, let's put 7 as our border width. And for caption, so if you want to put caption or title to your table, you can click the show caption. And for the alignment naman, so if you want na nasa original position lang siya, then we select the none option. But if you want na nasa left, center, or right, then it's up to you kung ano yung gusto niyo. So say for example, let's have the center as our alignment. And then once you are done, just click the save button. And ito yung mangyayari sa inyong table from the edit that na ginawa ninyo sa inyong general tab. Now, if you want to add more colors sa iyong table, then balik tayo sa table properties. And then let's go to the advanced tab. Okay, here in the advanced tab, we have the border style, the border color, and the background color. So for the border style, we have different options here. We have solid, dotted, dashed, double, groove, ridge, inset, outset, none, and for hidden. So kung gusto nyo na walang lines yung table ninyo, just click the none option. But as for our example, let's have the dashed as our border style. For our border color naman, we have different options also sa color natin. So we can also customize the color that we want if you want na mas lighter siya or darker. So say for example, as our border color, let's select the navy blue. And for our background color, this is the background of your table. So same options with the border color. So you can also customize it. And then if you don't want any color, just click here, the remove color. So say for example, let's have the light yellow as our background color. So once you are done with this, just again, just click the save button. And ito yung mangyayari sa inyong table. So as you can see, mas maganda yung table ninyo once you edited the properties of it. So that's it for the table menu.
That everyone, you can also insert inside your table images, embed images there, images or videos from YouTube and etc. So very quick lang na run through for the math or the equation tab since it's already time. Miss Shai, can you show us the equation format? The one, miss, in the tools. Yeah, that one. So that icon there is for the math checks or for your equations. So if you are handling science or mathematics subjects, here you can use the different toolbars. There are many options or versions or types from basic, Greek, operations as well. Just choose whatever symbol you want for your equation and then click once you have chosen it, just click those. And then, for example, that one, a fraction. So Mishai, and then that. Okay. So aside from that, that's how you use the ano, the matrix or the equation toolbar in Canvas. So aside from that, let's say you want to add exponent, subscript, and superscript. Miss, kindly go to the format. Okay, so other options in the formats, I think you are familiar with bold, italicized, underline. The strike through is when the text will have its line across it. So like mura siya gi-crash ninyo ang word or it's crashed out. So that's the strike through. You can also add a superscript just like mga exponents, for example. So it becomes short. Um, okay, so superscript and then subscript. Okay, so to embed codes. So you can also embed codes or embed media in your presentation. So Mishai, can you show them how they can embed, for example, YouTube in their presentation? So just click on the cloud item here. So that's the embed icon. So from the original source that you have, just search for the share button, for example, and then scroll if ever that share button has embed code. Do not use the link because it will not generate its embedded version. The link will just be there. So if you want the actual video image, or you can also embed files from your Google Drive. Just find the embed button, or you can use the LTI. We have a different plenary session. That's the LTI integrations, but we'll just have a quick run through lang niya. So that's what happens when you add your or you embed your files or videos. So just find um the embed code, or you can also use the site that is presented or chatted by Sir Rage, the generator for codes. And then so, very quick lang, do you have other questions or concerns, since the toolbar actually is also found in the menu bar? And these are the common tools that we use. So, I think you're familiar with those tools. However, if you have other questions or concerns, I guess we still have 1 minute to identify some RCE features or tools that you need more demonstration or tutorial. So kindly raise your hand or chat it in the chat or use our chat box.
None so far, miss. I think the chat box isn't available. I think it was turned off.
I see. So anyway, Miss Shai, can you go back to our last slide or the presentation? Just skip na lang, miss. Medyo taas na siya. Anyway, we can always give you, everyone, our assistance and help if there are things that you want to ask about the RCE. Of course, you can always reach me, Mishai, or the EduTech team. Also, you can subscribe to the EduTech team's YouTube channel. All those informative videos are uploaded there.
Miss, nakamute ka, miss.
Okay, so if there are no other questions, I will just show you some examples of how I try to embed features or tools in Canvas. So this is my, wait lang. So this is a sample. Okay. So this is a sample na embedded forms that or embedding I used in my lesson. So this is my instruction for their activity about making their own typography or watermark for my MIL class. So here you can bold the text, highlight, make it bigger if you want. This is an example of linking or hyperlinking by using the text. So once you click it, the site for the Padlet will be uploaded in a separate tab. So here are also other examples of where just clicking these items will redirect your students or open a separate tab that will lead them to the sites. So you can insert images. Here I have embedded YouTube videos. So they have tutorials, for example, and you can also embed the site itself. So I ask my students to submit their outputs in Padlet. So instead of me opening the Padlet na file, I can embed its site here and then I can scroll through their submissions. So that saves me time from opening another tab and I'll just view their submissions of their watermarks here. So that's common examples of what you can embed or the LTI or using the LTI integrations or embed button in Canvas. So aside from that, we also have, just like what I said earlier, those if you have questions or concerns, just feel free to ask Miss Shai and I outside the school, or you can message us or directly um, ask the edutech team. So just message us if you have if you need assistance with the RCE. And also there are a lot of sources in the internet that you can use, and if you want to subscribe to the edutech team's channel and YouTube, there are also useful videos there. So thank you so much everyone for joining our session, and you can now go to our main screen link for the final activity.
Thank you, Miss Blessy and Miss Shai.